Hello and good morning, happy Easter, and welcome to the Saturday morning live show, streaming live from sunny Devon. Well, it is at the moment, and looks like sunny Doncaster.
It is actually. It's quite nice.
I was going to say, I can see brightness behind you, so that's always a good shout.
It's AI,
yeah.
that.
Yes, AI. That's not even his background. He's sat
Yeah,
somewhere else, and it's all AI
it's
background.
It's not even me. It's
No.
just an illusion.
It's the illusion of.
I'm still in bed,
Yes.
sleep.
yeah, we recorded this yesterday.
Yeah.
So good job. Anyway, we're all trust you're all doing very well. We'll just do the usual housekeeping things. If everyone in chat can tell us if you can hear us. We haven't got YouTube chat on. We've just got our chat to make it a little bit easier. So good morning to the Flory family who are all busily in there. So morning, David, Jeff, John, Carl, Kenny, Mark, Matt, Nigel, Paul, Rick, Ross, Terry, William, loads of you, 100%. That's good. We are live across the airways, and apparently we are streaming good. And that's all right. It's all catching up. Yeah, no, we're all fine. I think we're all there. Anyway, how was your day yesterday? Did you have a good day, Matt? Do anything exciting?
I did actually. I had quite a productive day, to be honest. I'll show you in a minute what I was up to. I did a bit of scratch building.
Oh,
had the styrene out and all sorts. I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, no, it was all right day yesterday. It's quite a chilled day, so it was nice, and I got a bit more done on the sea prints as well. So managed to get the wheels and stuff on and bits and bobs. That's actually ready for a bit of weathering before I put the final dangly bits on. So it was all right yesterday. Got the dog out for a nice walk and whatever. So yeah, it was a nice Good Friday.
Yes, cool.
Yes.
Well, I was obviously busy finishing off the final reveal for Matchbox March. Brilliant job, everyone. I have to say, you knocked it out of the park. There's some really, really smart builds in there. And it just goes to show what you can do with a 70s and 80s kit, even in this day and age, 40, 50 years later. It just shows how well those kits stand up to it. So, yeah, and obviously don't forget, if you have got, obviously we had lots of people who didn't finish them in time. Still do them, pop them up, and then obviously they'll make it for the weekly gallery and stuff like that as well. So, yeah, definitely. But well done. That was very nice. I was particularly fond of the Canadian Voodoo.
We'll have a look, show them. I've not seen, to be honest.
We're going to have a look. Seen it?
I tell you what, no, because I've got so heads down doing what I was doing yesterday. I've not even been on to have a look. So we could show if people are all right with that. And again, we could do with actually having a look at people's Thursday builds. I think we'll have a look around. Went to look around for a bit over a few weeks, so see how they're getting on. So
we will. Hold on, let me just grab, because I need to
fire it up.
Fire it up. Oh, I'll tell you what I can do. I'll tell you what, instead of doing all of that and opening up about a million tabs, I can get it because I've also got it in the forum. What I do, I'll turn the sound off and we can talk over it, because I have got it up as a separate. So up on the forum, just for the membership, the calendar thing is working now. I redid it all yesterday, Saturday. Where are we? Friday show. That's what we want. So down in here, I have the Friday show. Here it is. All right. So if I mute it, now YouTube's changed everything. It is working. Hold on, let's just zip it forward. There we go. Hold on, I can go full screen as well. There we go. So very nice with the fairy. The base is brilliant job. Really, really nice. Well done, everyone. There it is. That's the Canadian one in flight. That's pretty smart, isn't it?
I never read that one as a kid. Oh, look, the
nice links, which I painted up to look like Airwolf. The Alpha Jet. That's another really good one from them, wasn't it? The Alpha Jet.
Yeah, the Alpha Jet was good.
Very nice. That's smart as well, the M40.
Yeah.
Very nice. Vulnerable Wessex. Yeah, that was a good one. The Mozzie, which I built loads of those.
So, I built one a few years ago, didn't I? Not that version, but I built a Mosquito. Yeah, it was all right kit, actually.
The Phantom, which I built a couple of years ago, which I've still got here somewhere. It's behind me somewhere, I think.
That is a classic.
As well.
That is a classic.
Sabre. Beautiful. 410.
I've actually got one of them. I have that kit. Yeah, I do have that kit. The Firefly as well on the bridge. That's Nathan did one of them a few years ago as well, didn't he? Another Alpha.
Yeah. Another Alpha. Very nice indeed.
They're good fun, aren't they? You just got to build them for what they are. Don't get bogged down with trying to tart them up or mess about. That's a good one as well. I always like the Voodoo and the stuff. Just enjoy the build, do a bit of nostalgic build. I love that kit. That kit there, I love that as a kid. For some reason, that plane, I don't know. And that, because I remember the box art.
That was nice as well with the
that come out. Oh, that was one of the later ones, weren't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Dooley Bird.
Yeah. A couple of chaffies.
I've done a full diorama.
And obviously John
The
has to
old
do it.
cars. The old
Yeah.
cars.
I know.
Nice one. Some
So
good stuff there with the
well done,
Matchbox.
everybody. You all did fantastic on those. Very, very nice indeed.
So don't forget, we're on A model April.
A model April. Yeah, everyone rushed out to buy an A model kit and then got, oh my God.
Yeah, perhaps not A. Perhaps put that back.
That's it.
Actually, do you know what? I've had to abandon my helicopter. You know, I unmasked it.
Yes.
Because it was all masked up, weren't it? After the show, I think, I mean, you were talking on Thursday, I decided to unmask it because I thought, well, I've got a bit more stuff to do. I'll unmask it, save the mask and put them back on. And then I discovered the clay parts underneath. Oh dear. They're wrecked. Yes. I tried polishing them yesterday. So they're just ruined. I can't even remember how I've ruined them, if I'm honest. It looks like fogged up super glue, to be honest. But
oh, right. Yeah, okay.
I have another one. I do have another one of them. So I could actually cannibalize that for clay parts and try again, or just rebuild it. I think I might just rebuild it and use that as a parts donor if I need to. But yeah, that was a bit of a disappointment. But at least I've got the mask set, so I can reuse that. So it's not the be all and end all of it, but yeah, not quite as expected when it's that moment, because they'll mask the sea prints as well. Well, that was another one because that's had a lot of filling and sanding and going over, and actually that's come out all right. I was like, you never know, do you, when you just peel off?
The thing is, to say, especially when you've been working on, I remember doing it, especially to the Halifax.
Yes.
It was one of those that had so much sanding and filling. When you unmask it, you're just worried to death it's going to be a cloud of dust and junk or fogged up or whatever it is. And when you unmask it and it's clear, then you take the next bit, then you get near the edges and you're like, oh no, it's all right. Oh, thank God. So okay, a couple of quick questions. Mark says, Phil, have you ever been to the Cornwall at War Museum at Davidstow? God, it's windy up there. It's like the windiest place on the planet. It always feels like it. It's very exposed. But no, I haven't. I know, obviously, the big one that was at Newquay Airport, which was RAF St Morgan back in the day, they've moved now. They've had to pull all theirs out. They had a great little thing going there with all the airframes and that. So, but no, I haven't. I'll have to give it a look down in there.
I tell you what, something come up on my YouTube feed just before we came on is, remember the Blackburn Beverley that got moved?
Yes.
Because it was going to get scrapped, weren't it?
In bits, wasn't it? Yeah, they had to completely.
And it's been moved to a museum. To be honest, I can't remember the name of it, but they've been actually doing it up. They're doing there's a little YouTube channel.
Yeah, I did follow it originally when they first moved it and dismantled it to move it.
Well, they've done all the
some of it get damaged in the storm. Some of the parts got damaged in the storm, I think, as well.
I've only watched this one with the latest video, so I don't know the backstory of it. But they've started painting it. It's still in sections, but they've done all the cockpit and all behind the radio operator and all the electronics. So that section's done. And they're hoping to get the wing section on next month, because obviously it's massive, so they've got to get the cranes in.
Huge,
it's coming together. They're doing quite a good job. They've repainted it silver, because it was in the old desert camo.
Yeah, it's in the desert,
black and with the two browns, weren't it? Which I quite like that scheme.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're doing it silver by the looks of it. So there was some poor sod in the background, literally. I think he was on a wing section or something. I don't know what he were on, but he was putting it
on with a roller. Yeah,
Jesus,
why not?
That's like doing the fourth bridge.
It is. That's a big old job on there.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, get a spray gun, just spray the bloody thing. But
yes,
it looks all right, to be honest. They're doing a good job. So it'd be interesting to see that when it's all back together. I'll tell you what, the cockpit they've done as well looks mint. Looks like getting it and fly it. It's really nicely done. So yeah, worth a watch if you get 5 minutes. It's not a long vid, just a quick vlog type thing. So interesting plane. I have one down here actually.
You should give it a whirl. Nice
it's
big one.
It's a back form, isn't it?
That's what I mean. You should give it a go. Alex says, has anyone checked if Mr. Oxley has got a pulse after that? If you open up his coffin, you'll see him like this time of the day anyway. He'll be surrounded by Matchbox kits as the coffin opens. And then when he comes out, then obviously he'll be then after everyone's blood to pay him, because we've sacrificed onto the altar of the modelling bench a load more of Matchbox kits. But
there's plenty about, isn't there?
That's it. There's
that would be
loads of
his
them.
coffee in one of the window boxes, wouldn't it?
It would be, yeah, have a window box. Yeah, his coffin's going to have a window in it. So, yes,
In tribute to
definitely.
Matchbox.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be a 3-colour kit he'll be done in.
Yeah.
He'll have a suit with different coloured bits. So his trouser legs will be a different colour to the jacket, and then obviously with the shirt
brown,
in
mustard, and green.
montage.
Hey.
Yeah, mustard and green. Yeah, that's it. So, yeah, I think that's how I would want to go. That's fine.
Absolutely. Why not?
Yeah, the one near Helston at Flambard's, obviously that went years ago. I remember when it was Flambard's Aero Park before it was then Flambard's, but a lot of the aircraft at that point went, but they used to have all the basically stuff that they didn't want at Cold Rose used to end up there, because they just wheel it down the end of the runway and into the park back in the day. And they had some beautiful stuff down in there. You could climb all over it, and everything's missing where people have nicked bits off of them. But then obviously when it got taken over, a lot of them went for scrap. It was criminal, absolutely criminal. And now obviously they've gone full stop now. Flambard's is no more. I assume all the other last bits they have went as well. So it's such a shame.
You say it is when they get rid of them. Like, I mean, because that Beverley was going to go for scrap, and it's the only one, isn't it? I think that's a bit sort of.
I think it's the only one left.
You can't say like Duxford or Cosford or something couldn't have had it. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit of flying heritage from Transport Command and all that sort of stuff, isn't it?
I must admit, I did watch a thing a few months back now before Christmas, and they were talking about people buying aircraft, when they come out of service, so like helicopters and that, and they were talking about Lightnings and Jaguars and things. But as was pointed out here, it's great that people do that, but unfortunately most of them are stored outside because no one's got a hangar to put them in, so they just rot from the inside out. And they were talking to somebody who's got a Lightning, and they were saying about it is that the reason that a lot of the Lightning fuselages and bodies were sold off when they went, and they weren't a lot of money. They were talking £5,000 to £7,000, which in scrap value they're worth that anyway. But most of them were stored outside, and over the years, when people have gone to do things with them, they're rotten, so it's not even worth doing anything with it. Then they ended up the scrap man. But they were saying, the only way you can really do it, if you're going to do it, is to store it inside, even if it's in bits first, but it's got to be kept drying out of the weather. So I remember famously, you got that guy who bought the Vulcan, wasn't it? And he had it in his pub garden.
Yeah.
And then by the time he wanted to do something with it, they came along and it was rotten. It was absolutely rotten inside out, and it went to the scrap man because it couldn't even be moved because it would just fall apart. So again, you can understand people having good intentions for it, because I would be one of those people. If I had the money kicking around, I'd do it. But you need the barn or the hangar to go with it to store it in it and all the rest of it. So unfortunately...
It must have a lot of maintenance, you know the ones that do actually sit outside, like at Cosford, and I know like Newark's got, Newark's got their Vulcan that sits outside permanent, and other exhibits. It must take a lot of hours to maintain them just for sitting outside doing nothing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because I remember there was it was a documentary years ago, wasn't it, about one of the Lightnings which got restored for doing taxi flights. And it, again, it's not just you fire up the engine and drive it. You have to be completely stripped and checked it for structural integrity. It's not just like the engine works and it's fine. And obviously they used to have to do the hydraulics every week to make sure everything's still good and flush through and getting the birds' nests out of it and all things like that. And it's like a full-time job just looking after these things. So, yeah.
So they're big paperweights, aren't they? When they just
they are very expensive paperweights.
Because the ideal thing for is have a helicopter fuselage, wouldn't it? Like the Sea Kings or something. Now people have been using for glamping pods and all sorts at the minute, aren't there? All sorts of things. But
we've got one of our members who's got that, hasn't he? He's got 2 Sea Kings and they're glamping units. Yeah. So
I'd love an old Wessex would be ace for a bit of a cave. That'd be
yeah. That's it. It's like when the Sea Kings were going, wasn't it? But they are so big. Until you've stood up next to a Sea King, you don't realise quite how big it is. You think, that'll fit in the garden, or that would fit on your drive. No, it won't. They are massive, So
that'd be funny. A gazelle would be big enough.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, absolutely.
When you get near one, they're big lumps, aren't they? Really,
they're bigger than they look in the sky. Father Ted.
Yeah.
It's like, but this one's only this big, yes. So never mind. All good. Anyway, so bringing us all up to date for people, obviously YouTube land that are watching us. Hello and welcome. So Thursday night I did this. So sorry, wrong one. Oh, me. There we go. So you might remember we did this and painted and weathered up all of this guy. So he is technically all done now. All I did after the show is I just put on some of this little brass. So I used a little bit of, what was it, Hoplite Gold, I think it was, from Army Painter or whatever they are, onto this one. And then we went through. So for people who don't know, I just did this all aluminium and then we just hand painted some of the details and we went over it with thinned Flory Models wash. And that is all it's had, as simple as that. So over on here, you can see we've got the engine installed on this one. And all I've done is I've just taken the wing on just to mock it up to see what we can see in here. So unfortunately, we do lose a lot of that detail. But if you wanted to, you could do it with a separate engine. It's just that the pipe on the back, you'd have to work out how it sits because it's just free floating if you didn't install the pipe onto it. But yeah, so that's on there. And in a minute, we will mock up to see how this is all going to go together onto here. For those I know in chat, you were saying about the wings different color. Well, if you were following all these shows, this is what the show I did about priming, and we were talking about primers. So I primed up the wings just to show. So this one was done with acrylics. So it's got onto it. Which acrylic did I use again? I can't remember which one it was. I don't know. It probably would have been the AK one I used for this one. And on the other wing, I used Mr. Surfacer. So and you might remember, you can still just about see it here, is when I tipped thinners all over it. So you can still see that through there. I will give it a light sand and we'll lose that, but that's what that is. I tipped a colour cup of thinners all over it. Anyway, it will go. It will be fine.
Not recommended.
I wouldn't recommend doing it, but it's all right. It's like I said at the time, don't wipe it off because you will then make a mess. Yeah. Just leave it on there and let it dry out and then you'll be good to go. But yeah, so anyway, that is on there. So that is what you will see. So if you are wondering what I'm working on, this is obviously the new 32nd scale Meteor from Revell, and it has been a beautiful kit to go together. And again, you can display the engine if you wanted to on a little stand. I don't know which way it goes now, if it's upside down or this way, one or the other. But you have got a little stand for it as well, and you can display it like this if you wanted to. So yeah, it's not too bad at all. But yeah, basically they just come along, and then you just push it in the hole, hopefully, which you wedge it through, and then it takes a little bit of wiggling, and then once you do wiggle it through, it goes in there like that. You just have to clip those in, and that's the engine installed onto it. And then obviously you've got a front plate which goes on, so forth and so on. We've put the front plate in here. So yeah, it's actually not bad at all. Very, very nice. It is a good job. So yeah. There we go, on there both. And with you, Matthew, how are you doing?
I'm all right.
Hold on, get the camera to fire up. There we go.
All right, you have to keep switching it on, don't you? So there's the sea prints. Just pull the camera in a little bit closer. So it's all unmasked. I've managed to get the wheels on, even though it's a tail sitter. I gave it a satin coat yesterday, to be honest. AK satin coat, which I didn't want to do, but I thought it was a bit too shiny, so I've deadened it off a little bit. So it's just about ready for a bit of I'll say that again, a little bit of light weathering. But they were kept very clean, so I'm not going to go overboard with that. But yeah, and then I've just got one aerial to fit. Props are done, as I showed on Thursday, and the front flap bit needs to go on as well. But I thought I'd leave that off while it's on the stand, so not to knock it off. So yeah, looking all right, isn't it? For a Valium kit. So that's that. So that's coming on. Put that back on there. And the other thing I've been working on is a proper classic.
There it is.
A flying suitcase. Which is the Vintage Classics one, which I showed again for them who didn't see on Thursday, which is the old Airfix kit or the new Airfix kit, whichever way. There you go. Put the camera a little bit. There you go. So it's that. It's a proper Vintage Classic. I think this was first tooled in '68, was it? Something like that. So it's old. And look, I've got a mass set as well, because somebody on Tinterweb does a mass set. So that's good. But what I have been doing, I tell you what, actually, what I'll do on show, I'll pull it apart. The wing join is amazing
Yeah, no, looks good.
for an old Airfix kit because it can normally, but it took a bit of work. I'm not going to lie. I did a bit of fettling and a bit of sanding and a bit of scraping. And I'll tell you what, I did notice. You know, these joins here needed a hell of a lot of thinning to get it in the gap.
Yeah.
So that's something to remember. Do a lot of test fitting because obviously these kits are old.
Yes.
But I'm going to keep the race detail as much as I can. I'm not going to sand and rescribe. I've got a better option for that with say the old AZ Vallum kit, whichever one you want to do it. So that's all recessed, which I've built before. But yeah, I'm going to probably detail a little bit out in the wheel well. But yeah, what I was doing was, let me show you yesterday. And this is just really for shits and giggles, basically. So no rhyme or reason. I just wanted to have a go and see if I could actually do it. I pulled some info off the interweb, shall we say.
Yeah.
I thought I would have a go at doing a little bit of scratch building and rig it and whatever. So there we go.
Very
So
nice.
using these prints as a bit of reference. This is actually the one I was doing, the Fondays miniatures one, and somebody's done it off brick model. This is off brick model. So this is, if you're watching this and this is yours, thanks. You've done a grand job. But yeah, so I thought I'd use that as a bit of inspiration just to give it a little bit of detailing inside. And have a bit of practice. So yeah, floor's here. The floor will go in. It does actually fit. So yeah, it's actually all right for what I've never built one of these, not the Airfix one anyway. So, but the fit is actually quite good. So how narrow it is when it's all together.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was what I was playing with yesterday afternoon, evening. So quite good fun, isn't it, when you get going with plastic card?
I think, yeah, as you say, I've done some big jobs like that in the past of going through, and it is, as I say, because I did it on the Halifax and stuff as well. And it's one of those, it's a bit like photo etch. It looks lovely until you paint it and then it all just disappears.
Yeah.
When it's in white, it stands out and you can see it all and it looks really dramatic. And then as soon as you paint it, you're thinking, oh, that work's almost vanished. And you're like, but I know it's there. And I took some photos.
I mean, it's not, I wouldn't say it's obviously historically accurate, but it gives it something, gives it a bit of life.
Yeah.
Like I say, it's just something to play with. So, but yeah, I had all my packets of plastic card out, or strips and rod, and worth grabbing, aren't they? These, just worth having in the stash.
Yeah,
you know, for what they cost. Yeah, you know, definitely worth having a selection anyway. Because I was asking you, what's the best ones to have? You know what I mean? So yeah, so yeah, that was what I've been up to. So I might carry on with this. Actually, I might get a coat of primer on it and paint. I don't know. We'll see in a bit. So see, with that, I'm going to start weathering this. Dig a bit of Flory wash out and do a bit of weathering on that. So, or do both. Nice. We'll see. We've got the morning, haven't we?
We have, yes, we've got it all, so we can take our time and chill and go through it all.
Yeah.
A couple of questions. Has Flambards gone? Unfortunately, yes, it went at end of last year. Ceased trading and all the rest of it. So that's gone. I don't know what happened to the Cornwall one up at Newquay Airport. I know they had to shift out of it, and it got a little bit of an extension, and then obviously they moved it. It was in one of the hangars on the west side of the airfield. They had some great stuff there, some really, really nice stuff. But I know the council turned around and said, we want you off, because they were doing nothing with it. You know what it's like? Oh, we're going to develop it. Then it won't, because nothing happens there. But yeah, so apparently, I don't know where it all went. I know they had some stuff up for sale. I think they had their Lightning up for sale, and some various bits and pieces were, inviting offers. But it made our local news because they got an extension for a little bit to find it, and they wanted to rehome it somewhere else, but I don't know if they ever did. So if anybody knows, post up or send me a message. So because they had some really, really nice stuff there.
I'm going to say, what did they have there? Because I've never been. So
they had hawks, they had hunters, if I remember rightly. Pretty sure they had a Canberra there. Yeah, the Cornwall Aviation Heritage Centre's gone. Yeah, where? because they were dragging them all out and sticking them into various places for safekeeping until they could find it.
Scrap. they've just not sold anybody. They've scrapped it all.
Yeah.
Because they'd be upset. You know what they're like.
But I know they were looking for a new place to go, because that was the whole point to it. They were literally looking for a new place, and I don't know if they found it or it all just went a little bit quiet on that one. But I know they didn't have a GoFundMe to find somewhere and all things like that as well, just somewhere to keep it. But I know some of the big stuff, because they had the Shackleton there, didn't they?
Yeah.
And there was, as I say, I think the nose of that, somebody posted up, it went up to Oxford Museum, had the nose section, they cut it off and had things like that. But yeah, I don't know where everything else went. But they had a lot of nice stuff there, to be honest. It was one of those ones where it was a little gem that no one really knew about it. It wasn't one of these big ones. It was all run by volunteers. And yeah, it just seemed to vanish overnight. So that's when they were going to make it a spaceport until the rocket didn't work. Somebody forgot to pull the pin out of it or something. So that went, with Virgin. So that went completely tits up.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, a bit of a shame about that, but never mind. It's all good. Hopefully their planes are living on somewhere, probably in someone's field, rotting.
Probably,
so, yeah. Right, okay. Look, John's in. Hello, John. Has he just rejoined or gone there?
Which John?
Did they have a Nimrod there? Or are we talking about somewhere different? I don't think they had a Nimrod.
Oh,
Nimrod used to be based there. I used to like standing at the end of the runway, and then when they come into land, because they've been down over the Atlantic for 6 hours or something. When they come in, you get static, and they had these big poles at the end of the runway before, where the lights are before the runway, and as it comes over, you get the static discharge of it. It's like a couple of lightning strikes coming downwards, because these aircraft are so covered in static. So as they land, you get a crack of it and get them coming in. But obviously, it's the same engines, if I'm correct, as what the Vulcans got. So they are very noisy at takeoff. And it was always the real surprise to me, because do you remember they were going to do, was it the version 4 of it? And it was at Riyadh before the project got cancelled. And it was going to do a flyby, and I got some great photos of it, but it was so quiet because it's got new engines. So they were smokeless and quiet and nice. And it was going to, wait for this. This will be noisy. And then nothing happened. It was like, boring.
Didn't the Nimrod have Comet engines? Or was it moved on from them?
I think it moved on from those. But it is based on a Comet. Yeah, it is based on a Comet. So, yes. Nimrod, Spray, Vulcan, Olympus. Oh, right, okay. I thought the Spay engines were what were in the Phantom.
Yeah, they were.
In the RAF and Navy Phantoms. I thought they had Spay engines as well. Is it the same ones? Yeah, we had that go over yesterday, the A380. It's down there for maintenance, which is weird, because why would it be in there for maintenance? As far as I know, they don't do maintenance on A380s at Newquay. In fact, they do sod all there these days. There's nothing really there. So I don't know if it was just somewhere to stick it out of the way. They can't afford the fuel anymore. There you go. The F4, K and M and the Buccaneer had the Spay engines. And the Nimrod, it seems. So, nice. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Right, okay, so we better do some modelling, because that's why we're here. So what I thought I would do is I want to test fit how the nozzles at the rear and at the front of this, how they're going to fit and how they're going to go. And then what we can actually do, once we've got that worked out, we can work out about sticking this wing section down on here. We've already done the top covers and all the rest of it for it to go on. So I'm happy that we could probably get the wing section together. When the wing section is on, then we can affix onto the fuselage. And we can get the fuselage onto this one. And we'll see how good the join is on that. Once that's on, we can put the nose on, which we know is a really nice join as well. So we'll be somewhat coming together, really. So
it'll be paint by midday.
I'm going to say we'll have this painted shortly.
Yeah.
So yeah, look, we have lots of nozzles. Right, instructions. We've got a few bits, so let's still work out how this is going to fit together first, I think.
You're going to read instructions?
Well, sort of, vaguely.
Or you're just gonna peruse them and go, yeah, we'll ignore that. Just do what I want to do.
Close enough, isn't it?
Near enough, isn't it?
Okay. 214 for the rears. 214 for the rears. Okay, so it's not those then. Sprue what? H. Oh, I'm on the wrong sprue and everything. Oh. Right. Box for this kit.
There's a massive sinkhole in the chair.
Sorry?
I said I'm going to fill this massive sinkhole in this chair.
A small sinkhole.
Yeah, it's a big hole. Looks like it's been shot.
Magnifiers. I need me magnifiers.
Yeah, get your windows on.
Get me windows on. I can see then. So this is beginning to grate my. I have to be careful now because we're on YouTube, don't we? Be polite. So one of the faults I am finding now is that the sprue attachment points are starting to get on my nerves. So what we're talking about, I'm just going to grab the camera here.
Yeah.
Is ones like this. So you can see how this is done. Instead of it onto like the ring, which would be handy because that would be easy cleanup. Oh no, it is literally just on this part here. So it's actually on the exhaust just in there. But as you notice, how well the camera can get in there, it is so close to the into this bit, but it's going to overlap. So instead of just coming in here and thinking, oh, that's all right, that's an easy clean because we can just do this. Just hack this one off a second. You're left with these.
Yes. Do you know what? There's a lot of that happening on kits where they're doing it in stupid places where it's hard to clean it up.
Yeah.
But why?
Again, you want it to be a nice bit. Why don't you just do it to this bit? And then that way it doesn't matter. But oh no, they've done it actually to this bit. And again, you could just technically just come back in now and snip from this side and take it out. But you've still got to get here and clean up. And obviously you've got riveting detail here. Why don't you just do it on this where no one cares? So, you know.
I'll tell you the worst bit, they do it on clay part for some reason. Oh, yeah.
But my point is that, all right, this is going to be hidden. You're not going to see it. But if this was a visible bit, then surely you don't want to have any sprue attachment points where you've got riveting detail and stuff. And to be honest, you probably get away with not actually doing anything with that. So, and then this is going to come up in here. But, you know, again, it's now made, all right, it's very fine damage, but it has made a tiny little bit of damage there when you could have put it on this inner ring, which wouldn't have cared because no one's going to see it. Just saying. That's what gets on my nerves sometimes. Is where it's almost like, you know when your mum tries to help you with something as a kid, and it's like, no, you're not making this any easier. You know, you're making it worse. It's almost like, I know, I'm going to help the model. I'm going to make it really good, clean cut for an easy thing. But why don't you just put it on a part that no one cares about and no one's going to see?
Go on, have a rant, Phil. Have a Saturday morning rant.
Had a Saturday morning rant.
Oh God, don't talk about them things, Paul. Let me see what he's put.
No, what's he done?
That's where the ultrasonic cutter comes in handy.
Oh yeah. I love it the way, actually, I don't know if I was the first one who sort of like faux par'd it and said it's crap, but it's amazing now the amount of people I speak to and all the rest of it, and they've bought them and gone, what a complete waste of money. What a, you know, they are just crap.
It's a game changer.
Game changer. Yeah, everyone needs one, says everyone who's getting kickbacks on them. So, yeah. Trouble is, if you're using razor saws and stuff like that, you're making more work for it. Like, we've managed to clean this up, to be honest, very cleanly by just going in there. So, again, hold on, get a big camera. There we go. We're not too bad. But the trouble is, you've actually got a slight dip. So as we just showed it in here, let's see if this one's any better. You see you've got the little white mark there? So, but that's right there. It's where you, exactly where you don't want it. You've got these white marks on here. Has one of these got one not? Yeah. But yeah, it's like, why would you do that? Like, why? Why? But if they, my point is, it's nothing to do with what it is and all of that. Why didn't they put it on the inner bit? If they had actually done it to this part here, it would have made no difference whatsoever because you're never going to see it. But because it's on this part, you can see it. Like, yeah. Idiots. Why? Don't do that to me.
No, don't do it.
John says, tool cleaner will get that nicely. Yeah, that's it.
Leave it, John, leave it.
Leave it. We can't do that because don't forget, we're live on YouTube and YouTube people will get very upset with me. Somebody will start saying, you see what Phil Flory said about you, said about this, said about. Wasn't even talking about that person. I was just generalising. But before you know it, I've upset another YouTuber.
Ah, well. Hey, apparently Rick's Artemis rocket model came with warp boosters. It's not good, is it?
Couple of bananas on the side.
Yeah.
Right, let's undo this then. And remember, people, keep your tape. When you use tape like this, I always stick it to my door next to me on my cupboard because they come in very handy for little jobs like this and masking and all those types of things. Don't waste tape. I'm not saying I'm frugal or anything, but if you look at my door down there, there's about 100 bits of tape on it.
So it gets expensive.
They're handy for this.
It gets expensive to keep chucking tape away.
It is. I find it handy having them there, though, is that when I'm doing some masking and that, you know, you've got like a gap you need to fill in.
Yeah.
Then I've just got a wall of them literally next to me, and they're great for little bits all over it and stuff like that. Okay, so engines in and done. This has got a couple of little clean-up points we want to do just down in here, which is a pain. It's on a curve.
Might be doing a new bit of cardboard. This is getting a bit warm.
I was going to say, I think the spraying sheets had it a bit.
I think I'll do it for this bit of primer, and then I'm going to.
I was going to say, is that so? It's a nice background for your painting.
Yeah, you see, it's a bit of
sort of defeating the object a bit.
It's a bit of modern art, this.
It is. I tell you what, you could charge a fortune for that.
That's what happens when you spray your airbrush with water.
Did you see that? I was watching Have I Got News for You, and somebody put up a picture of Prince Andrew when he's bending down in the car in the Louvre. In a frame, and they stuck it to the wall in the Louvre. And the title of it is "Who's Sweating Now?" Allegedly.
Do you mean the former print?
Yeah, the artist formerly known as.
Yeah. The royal formerly known as.
Yeah, that's it.
Him. Yeah. You're nearly off camera.
Nope.
Sorry about that.
Don't knock it over.
I forget that's there and swing round and.
Look, Grant's in chat. Hello, Grant. He's been busy. Bless him.
How's there?
Have some time off. Come and spend an hour or so with us.
Yeah. See what we can mess up on Saturday morning.
Yeah. Today's topics.
Krista's in. Morning, Krista.
Topics we're not allowed to talk about, clearly, is obviously
anything.
We're not allowed to talk about tool cleaner. We're not allowed to talk about ultrasonic knives.
Yeah.
Because we're on YouTube today, so we're being good.
Or Matchbox kits.
Well, no, we've done Matchbox now. We've had an entire month of Matchbox kits. Okay, so just to reiterate, the reason these are a different colour, we used these for a demo a couple of weeks back on primers. So, yes.
How is that Hobbyboss Avenger Grant? Is it any good? Is it the 48th one or the new 72nd one? Quite like the look of the little 72nd one. Painting on the sprue, that's allowed.
Absolutely. We're allowed painting on the sprue now because it's been officially endorsed now by professionals.
Has it? Yeah.
I saw Mr. Spencer Pollard doing it the other day, so that's okay now. I feel like I'm all right.
Is that it? That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
Somebody legit's done it, Phil, so you're all right.
Yeah, someone who's got a better street cred than me clearly has done it, so it's all right.
I don't need a paint shaker. I need a bit of exercise.
I'm going to give him a paint shaker out of the goodness of my heart for all the hard work he does.
It's no good for this.
Probably not. Might be a bit big for that, but I will. I am going to send him a paint shaker. He can have that and a multi. Now he's doing scratch building as well. I'm going to send you one of the multi blocks.
Don't get carried away. I ain't that good.
One of these will be on sale next week.
I've done a bit of ribbing. That's about it.
No. This is it. You're now a scratch building expert, so I'll send you one of
Am I?
these next week. I'll get them in the post to you with your paint shaker.
You
You'll
know
be all
what? To
right.
be good at scratch building, you need to be good at maths, and that ain't me. So
No, you
you need to
don't.
actually do.
You don't have to worry. I just do it to length and eyeball it and then trim it. Always go a bit more than you need and then trim it in. That's literally how I do all of mine. Yeah, Grant says it's 48 scale one. He's doing no fit issues so far. Richard said he's done the Hobby Boss one and says it was good, a lot cheaper nowadays compared to what it was years ago.
I've actually got the 48 accurate miniatures one, which is actually quite a nice kit. Unfortunately, it's going to be sacrificed to the eBay gods.
Oh.
In the cull, it's going.
Yeah, next month. Well, this month is my thing. I just need to get my other printer up and running, my wet printer, my resin one. So I need to make some room in here for it.
It does actually, because I need some stuff doing now. Mine's broke.
Oh, yeah, this is it now. You've got a list for me.
I'm actually looking at one on eBay, to be honest. Somebody's got one for sale. So if it's reasonably priced, I'm going to pick a second-hand one up for now so I can get a updated one. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So these are good. Yeah. Hold on. All right. So help me out here, everyone. So I'm currently doing. This is one of those little things with instructions, and you're like, why? So I'm currently doing this one as a 245 squadron one in the metal finish with the nice markings. All right. So my point is, it says here about obviously you need to use either the big mouth or the little mouth intake onto it. So it says you can either use number 19 or 18 or 17 for the inners, but which one is it on that? Because it doesn't point that out. Now, I know technically you could go and have a look at the real thing and probably work out if it's the big mouth or the little mouth, but you'd think on here it would say, well, obviously, if you're doing it as number, 245 squadron, you need to use the big mouth or the little mouth. They've missed that. Why not? See? I'm on a roll now. I've been hyping this kit up forever.
That's it.
Because I've been loving the build, and now it's failing me. So my particular one I'm doing is this one. So is that the big mouth intake or the little mouth intake? I think it's the big. Could be wrong. Big.
You need to look at your references.
No, it's the small one. It's the small one. That's the big one. That's it. It's a small mouth intake. Ooh. I'm doing the 1951. Obviously, the 53 version's got the bigger intake. Okay. Now I have to get my calipers out to work out which size it is, because to be honest, there's not a lot in it.
Oh, no.
But my money's on these here, I think we're doing. It's all right. It's going to be fine. I'll do both, and then that way, if it's completely wrong,
yeah,
I can just switch them out. Don't glue it. Put some magnets on. I thought I broke the nose off my F-15. You know, my big one I did a few years back.
Yeah.
It's now proudly on display. It's in my new office, and it's sat up there. Anyway, I was moving something around and caught it. And I really thought I had just knocked the entire nose completely off the front until I remembered, actually, I did it with magnets. But I thought I'd snapped it off. In my head, I had it on a hinge thing and this, that, and the other. Anyway, it came off and it hit the floor. And I was like, oh, bugger, I've snapped the freaking nose completely off. But no, it's because I've done it on magnets. So I was like, ow, fair enough.
Get the old hairdryer out, blow everything away.
It's all right, we can't hear it.
No, exactly. Great, isn't it? Speed stuff up
when I'm filming, I have to actually use a different camera mode, because otherwise it takes the sound of the airbrushing out, and obviously I want to leave it in. It's either that or in editing I have to go shh, shh to make the noise. It's still weird watching you spray with no noise. Should have done it as an April Fool.
Yeah.
We literally said we've invented a quiet airbrush, a silent airbrush. No more waking up the neighbours.
Yeah.
You know, you can airbrush your heart's content with no noise.
Where are the affiliate links nowadays, Philip?
It's in the forum. I think it's like, if you go in the forum, under where are we? We've got a question in questions as well. If you go there, go right to the bottom of the forum, which is now working. I know it was offline overnight, just saying. All right, go into bargains under the buy, sell, and swap area, which I do need to clean out. And at the first at the top, it's got affiliates. And the first one at the top, once it loads through, because it does take a while, I've put in there the filters for your colour cups. And it is a pack of 2.
Get them. Buy them.
And the other ones are down there as well. The glass beakers are down there as well as the mixing palettes and all the rest of it. The ones where it's just got wording and it hasn't got it, I can show you now because down in here, if it's like that, where is it here? It means that it's no longer, the link's not working anymore, as in the product's been discontinued or something. But they're all down in here for the Amazon affiliates. So you can just pop down and go through here. All right, but at the top, you have got the colour cup things, filters, which are really good. And obviously the cheap things. The colour cups, if they still are, let's check. They were on offer. They were down to, there we go, look, we are 22% off. They're $6.99. So you can grab them now. But pop in the affiliates and I'll get paid about 3p.
What about got post?
Post, oh, me wash has arrived.
Yeah, so that can get me post.
Look at that for a fit. I must admit, I am impressed. The fit of this kit has literally been like this all the way through. Look at that. How smart is that? One, it's a seamless intake. So snap back 10 years, it would have been like probably 5 parts for this. All right, but literally look at that. Drop in. And it literally is a perfect fit. That is absolutely stunning. Like Russian dolls. I am very impressed with that. Very good. Excellent. I wonder if the other one will, just to prove me right or wrong. There is an up and down to these, which is that way. Yeah. Move it that way. That way. But yeah, beautiful fit. Goes in there. Is a perfect little drop in.
Got post. Well,
no,
not raw mail.
it is.
Not raw mail post.
I've got another set here. It is optional. You can have it with a big mouth, right? Or the little mouth. So you can probably see it a bit better there. You've got a smaller intake and a bigger intake, depending on which version you're doing. There, David. Is it your post? Is your washes arrived?
No, it's every lady. Look.
Oh. Oh, what have you been buying?
I might do an opening.
Are we going to have a live unboxing?
I don't know. Can't remember. I can't remember.
Nigel's here all week. Those Russian dolls are full of themselves. Boom. Okay, right. So back to the instructions. I'm going to look at the instructions just for a change. Right, we've done all that. Done all that. Check. Not opening up those holes. Don't care about those. We have put the fuel tank in there. That's all good. So yeah, it is attaching the tops of the wings. So we can do that now. I think we're happy. So we've made sure that these edges, because there's a obviously there was a sprue tab point here and here. You want those to be good, and it's often worth just test fitting of how they sit up against the real part, which is handy. I've sprayed one grey so we can see, just to see how that's going to go in, and that is beautiful. But it's always worth just checking it, so that way if you've got a little nub in there, you don't want to try and be getting rid of it when it's on the wing, because sanding in here is going to be a right pain in the bum, and obviously you don't want to take too much. So test fitting everything, even out of sequence, as I call it. So we're just making sure that's a nice fit, and obviously if there's anything interfering, it would be easier to take care of it now than it would be when it's in there. So always nice to have a quick check. So happy with that side. Let's just check this side. That is also a beautiful fit, and because we know this is literally a seamless fit, if everything goes right, it should be perfect. All right, but if it's not now, at least we know it's not the parts, it's something down on here that's interfering with this. So always thinking one step ahead of your build and all of these things. So the engines I haven't secured in place purely because I'm not 100% how they sit, so they are literally just a pushed in fit. What you do want to make sure down in here, though, is that these little guys, you probably see this one's not properly in. So grabbing said tweezers, you can just come along and make sure, pushed it flat, it's in, so it will sit down in there. Otherwise, because you have got a bottom half of this as well, if it doesn't sit into these grooves, it's going to push it up slightly, and then you can have fit issues all the way along. So make sure that these are in and they are in the right way, and that they are sorted. And I think this engine's actually upside down in here, because I'm pretty sure they both face the other way. Just check. Yes. So this engine's technically in upside down. So we're just going to lift and push. Then we can rotate, and it's this way round and in. That's in. And again, this little thing's moved. So we're just going to get it, there we go, into position. We make sure that's in. And again, before we commit to glue, we're going to pop the wing on top and make sure it's in. So I can just about see it down in there to make sure that that's in. But first of all, we've got to put the front on anyway. So if they are marked port and starboard for these, so this little guy is going to come down and it's going to fit in the ring. So again, testy fit first. Make sure that goes in, and it's got to be flush up to this front edge as well. So it's got to be totally flush in here. The bar's fine, but the ring's got to be flush. All right, which it is. So then we just grab a little bit of extra thin. And we're just going to pop along. And we're going to glue, glue, glue. So we're just going to put a bit of a bead in there. Not overdo it. Not that we're going to see anything. Making sure it's the right way up. I'm just going to lightly hold it there just for a minute. There are two green colours inside the Avenger, interior green and field green. Should I be using the AK interior green or FS 34151 and RC bronze green?
There's a thing with Grumman's, because they had like the cockpits were dark green, and I think the rest of them was zinc chromate. Or zinc chromate or interior green at the. But yeah, the cockpits, because they did it on Hellcats and Wildcats and all sorts. They're this. I've got the interior colour. It's like just a dark green colour. I'm sure it is. It could be dual dark green. Is that one of them? I've got that the interior set in Gen 3s.
Yeah.
And it is, yeah. The Grumman. Hold on, I won't get it. As long as it's a darkish green, I won't get too wet up on. You're never not really going to see a lot of it, are you? There you go. Can you see that?
Hold on, coming in on you. There we go.
Don't know if that's
I
the
must
colour.
admit, I'm not up on Grumman stuff particularly.
FS34092. Dull
Mm-hmm.
dark green. So that sort of colour look. On the cap, you see.
Proper dark green though, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. It was only the cockpit, I think, not the rest of it.
Yeah, Richard makes a good point. He's saying, I seem to read somewhere that it depends on which factory it is made. The green are all over the place. Grumman used different interior greens than General Motors did. And the FA and Fleet Air Arm ones were different again, which is probably correct.
Yeah, there you go.
Right, David said 245 Squadron uses 116, 117, 118, 119. Which numbers did I use then? Yeah, I've done those. That's it. Cheers, David. We are using the correct ones. It's all right. We're all right.
Are you good?
We're all good. We're using these ones, which is the smaller intakes than the big ones. So thank you, David.
It's all right then. We're all good. Ugh.
Tim says the forward wing spar goes in front of the engine. Well, that'll be it then. I assume in the two wings, that's what it's making, is this bit here is the forward wing spar, and obviously the rear wing spar would be made up probably of the bulkhead for the actual rear engine mount. So yes, there is the part of it then comes across, because then this bit sits on here and makes the front edge of the wing and then locks it nicely all in position, and we've got an under part to go in there as well. So that's it. That's good. So anyway, I've been around, I've test fitted this. So make sure you get rid of the sprue tab attachment points, because they're raised like all the other ones that are annoying. So you've got one here, you've got one in here, you've got one at the front. Make sure that that one's taken care of as well. All right. Also, don't forget to open up your holes. If you're doing it with the rockets, you need to open up those. If you're doing it with the drop tanks, you open up with those. I am literally just doing the belly tanks. So there's 4 holes. You've got one in here, one in here, one in there, one in there. And I've already opened up those ones, as you can see down in here. So they're ready to go, because I'm keeping mine jet quite clean apart from that right the way through. And then obviously these bits will then shove on here. Because it's a big bit, as we did with the Catalina, we will be using good old-fashioned Contactia glue. So we'll see if it works. Nope. So we need fire.
Get the fire out and block it.
Get the
That's the
fire
most
going.
satisfying thing ever.
Yep. Add fire. There you go. Burn up burn off the rubbish. Fire. But don't squirt that straight away, because I'll show you in here. When you first do it, you get like a huff of red hot glue.
Yeah, yes. Nice puff of residue.
The needle's so hot it melts the glue on the way through. So
yeah.
Yes, careful of those. So you've got a couple of locating tabs back here. Obviously you've got them at the front here. We're going to put a bead across these.
Right, I'm just going to do a tiny bit of cleaning and get some fresh water.
Okay.
So, back in a mo.
Across the front here. I must admit, this Contactia has been using this forever. I'm amazed it's still going. Can't be much left in it. Okay. So reasons for using Contactia glue, as we spoke about when we did the Catalina, purely drying time. So on a big area, something like this, to try and do it in extra thin is going to be a little bit of a problem. Also, these big flat areas on here and like on the back here, extra thin's not very good for that, because it doesn't bite all the surface. So by that, what we mean is, so this comes across the back here and it comes on here. You're only going to be doing the very, very first bit of it. And obviously we need to do all of it. So again, a little bit around the engines, on these engine mounts. Also, we're just going to do where the engines go through, purely to glue the engines in place and around, but I'm not going to do the rest of it because I don't want to make a mess. Once that's on here it's quite straightforward, because it's going to be a drop-in fit from the top, goes in like this. And then what we've got, hopefully, I've got lots of these. So these are just poster hanging clips. So they're flat, but they're great for holding onto leading edge of wings and all of these things like this, because they've got, he says, pretty good grip. And they don't ping off too easy. But because you can put them nearer the edge, you get a better bite. So somewhere in here, we should have lots of them.
Right.
And then we're just going to put a few of these around here.
Do you know what?
What?
I am going to change my cardboard because this is annoying me. It's horrible to work on.
So we've deliberately not glued this edge here. So that way, if we put the top part on and it's too low, we can shim it underneath to raise it. All right. And then that way, vice versa, if it's too tall, we can take a little bit of this height out. So there is a bit of method in the old madness with that. And we're going to do one at a time on here. All right. I have gone a little bit too far on the glue. But yeah, so if you get a situation where this part comes on in a minute, which I've now glued, so I can't push it down to check. All right. But if that pushes then too far, what you could do is just put a shim of plastic card or paper or whatever it is under here, just to lift it up a bit. So when you put the fuselage half on, when it's on there, it's at the same height. So again, it's that thing about making sure you're just like one step ahead to give yourself a way of fixing any problems as easy as it is possible. So, you know, just little things like that is a nice little one. Just notice there's a sink mark back here. Look, I've got a sink mark right in a really horrible place.
Sink mark.
So, oh my God, I've got a flying spider. You can go.
Hey, I've not seen my lodger. I've not seen my lodger come back from Thursday.
Has he not been back? No. Perhaps he thinks it's crap at your ass and he's gone next door.
Probably, yeah.
He said, the food's rubbish, it's cold, I'm going next door.
Yeah, and they've got a dog. Keeps harassing me.
Yeah. Yeah, they've got this dog and it keeps going after me as I'm trying to walk around the house. So, whilst that bit's drying, we will turn our attention to the Russian dolls. So
you've got some layering to do.
Well, what it is, it's actually really nice to line. It's seamless intakes, and they've done it.
Seamless? Is that they've done it seamless?
They have basically done a nice seamless job in here, but it's like Russian dolls, the way they fit together, which is pretty good. I must admit, it is a nice little touch.
Cool. I might green this up a bit. I find this a bit wishy-washy, this interior green from 8K, they're Gen 3.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've got any others. Which is really odd, because I've got everybody else's interior colours apart from the RAF one for some reason. That's not good, is it? I've got Luftwaffe, I've got US. Oh my God, that's really bad. I need to address that.
Yes.
After the show. So I've got any in my box. Let me just have a look in my box of other paints I've got. If you want.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. All right, we just let that dry. Tool cleaner. Is this the latest thing now? Tool cleaner, everything. You wait till next April Fool. I think I'm going to do something on that.
Tool cleaner.
I'm just going to do some random shit and, you know, to spoof everyone with it. A friend of mine, a dear colleague of mine, who I used to work with a lot when I did commission days, right? He told everybody that he does his washes with Bisto gravy years ago, because he told everyone that's what it was, what my stuff was. It was only a joke. So literally it was on some forum and somebody said about, oh, Flory's washes, what's it made out of? And he said, oh, well, he's a good friend of mine and he uses Bisto gravy granules. Which the clue would be just sniff it, really, wouldn't it? Because you would smell it a mile off.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
he honestly, as he said to me, I honestly don't think they would do it. But this guy literally made up a batch of gravy and put it all over his model. I say, if you tried that in my house, my dog would eat it. So, yeah. Okay, right. So that explains what these mystery bits are for. So I have these bits left over from a sprue, but these go on the front of the engine thing. So check, we get that. So what do we need? We need E152. 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 Doesn't help when I've got screws in the wrong boxes. Okay. So. Anyway, guys, on chat room, what are you all building for the weekend? What's going on? How far are you getting on? What are you up to? What do you mean we're not live? Of course we're live. It says we're live.
What's that? Who said we're not live?
I don't know. Somebody shouted out in chat room. Not live. Rick, we are live. We're definitely live.
No need to shout anyway. No need to shout.
Calm down, dear. Calm down.
Calm down.
Let me just check we are live.
Watch it. Probably won't be now. We live, probably. Everybody. Totally. Adam's doing a one-to-one IKEA wardrobe. Oh, that'll take you this weekend then to figure that out.
No, we're definitely live. We're fine.
Mark's doing the Meteor P47 RAF, lovely kit.
Yeah, Peter's doing an egg plane for Easter, the Hornet. Very nice.
Oh yeah, egg plane, yeah. Working on my Thursday Buccaneer from Carl. Well done.
Nice.
Nigel's put his nose weight in his eye. How's the Islander going? Have we got photos up on there now? Because we're going to have a look in a bit, aren't we?
We will go and have a look at it a bit. Yeah, we'll have a look at the Thursday build.
Peter's priming his Porsche, Rebel Porsche booster. Is that a Boxster, really? It could be a booster.
Yeah. I think he means a Boxster.
MiG-15 and Avia. Ross is working on his nozzle for his Thor. Hobby Boss SDRV122 tank. Dave's still waiting for his room to be finished. Well, are we anywhere near it yet, Dave, to it being done? Oh, Trumpy Sea
photos when it's done. We want all photos when it's done.
Yeah, he's moving everything in a new room.
Nice.
I fancy doing a Sea Hawk. I've got this thing at the minute for Fleet Air Arm and back to Transport Command.
All right, yeah.
Oh yeah, Transport Command, yeah. But Fleet Air Arm stuff's really interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's better. Right, if you're going to use this, people, drop in something like a touch of green. It's a bit wishy. It's really light. I don't know what they've gone off here, but yeah, it just needs a smidge of something a bit brighter. So I've got grass green, but anything that's quite a nice, vibrant green will do. You know, just a normal, probably base green. Just give it a bit of life. It's a bit.
No good. I need me spinner. I need to warm up my vortex.
Put up the vortex.
Get my vortex shaker going. It'd be like years ago. Do you remember when people used to say about when you're mixing your paint, right? It's best to stir it, not shake it. My point always was, what difference does it make when it's atomized?
Yeah, good point.
But that was a 70s and 80s thing, I think. But I remember the old school was, oh, no, you shouldn't shake it because obviously you put air in it. And I'm thinking, it's going to get atomized. Who cares?
Yeah. It's a good point. It is a good point.
Yeah.
Well, that Highlander's going well. Lots of dry fitting. Fits perfect. I think that's it. You just got to take your time and test fit, and they do good. Yeah. Paul's watching two modelers having fun. I won't go that far, Paul, but we're here. Leighton's in the middle of building the 148 Italy Wessex. It's not going together all that well. Lots of gaps. Interesting. I've built a couple of them.
I was going to say, I've never built that kit, but you have. You've got a few of them, haven't you?
I know. Hold on. I know you can't hear it, but my compressor's just kicked in, so I can't hear myself over it. Hold on. Shut up.
All right.
Shut up. I know. Andy started one, didn't he? And he gave up because he said the things didn't line up. The panel lines on the spine.
That was right. Yeah.
So I don't know. To be fair, I can't remember it giving me any grief, to be honest. Oh, Paul's going to get banned. Paul's banned. Ban him.
What's he done now?
He says he might crack open a Tammy 1/7 Tomcat. I don't think you will, mate. Not if you want to stay in this group of people.
Hey, it's twin engine. It does count.
Yeah, but it's a Tomcat, so it don't.
Tomcats. Nothing wrong with them. Do you see the April Fool with the US Air Force? We're on about Navy. We're on about bringing them back for a demonstration team.
Hey, do you know something? Do you know what? You've just reminded me of something. A conversation I was having with myself the other night in my head.
About that.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the progress from, like, say the late 40s, 50s, 60s, probably up to the early mid 70s of aircraft, like development, jet planes.
Yeah.
And then from the 70s, how it's just basically stopped. Apart from exceptions, but you think about how many planes there was, and now we're still, like, I'm just thinking of the US Air Force here, we've still got aircraft that was designed in the 70s, like the F-16s, F-18s, Eagles, A-10.
Yeah.
And they're still going 50 years later.
That's the usual thing, though, isn't it? Because it's the necessity of war.
Hold on. My thought process was behind this. Did it hit its peak in the 70s? Because it was like, let's go faster, weren't it? That was the aim. And then they could go Mach 2. And then it kind of like, oh, this is using a lot of fuel and getting expensive. So we're not no more. And they cut it and all that. So do you think, obviously then the stealth designs come in and I get all that. So that's not, that's kind of different. That's moved on, isn't it? But do you know what I'm getting at, though? The development from the
Yeah. But I think that's always that thing.
It was like bang, bang, bang. There were loads of stuff because it was new tech, weren't it? It's obviously like from biplanes to monoplanes.
But that's the thing with war. I know it sounds horrible, but war pushes it. Because if you go from 1939, we have biplanes, basically. You had the Hurricane was obviously in development, and all the rest of it was the first operational fighter monoplane, proper one.
Yeah, but that's only development off a Hawker Fury. Well,
which is, it was take a wing off a Fury and that's it. Yeah. But the thing is, if you then look at obviously by basically 1943, we had the jet engines coming down the line, 44 into 45. The rest of us were catching up and everything else like that. And then we went into the Cold War and it was all that thing. But actually, if you think about it, it was going really well until ICBMs were invented. Because then when intercontinental ballistic missiles, you didn't need anything to carry it anymore.
Yeah.
So you could just fire it. So actually, at that point, everything sort of slowed down in development. So, but again, if you suddenly went to war tomorrow, I think we'd be in spaceships and stuff flying around within 10 years easily. They'd be like the Jetsons. So, but you look at it like, warfare at the moment, a classic example is that how warfare changes everything. So it's because it's a stalemate on the battlefield. Now drones do it all. And that is obviously a massive learning curve for everyone now. If you look at what's happened in Ukraine over the last couple of years, you've gone back from trench warfare, which everyone thought would never happen again, because it's a stalemate because of drone warfare keeps everyone's head down, So again, I think it's one of those different ones, I think it's just the necessity of war always pushes development, something chronic, because obviously in peacetime, no one spends money on the good stuff. as I would call it, like, jets and stuff. Let's face it, it's taken us 50 years to get back up in the space race. To
Yeah,
start
yeah,
out.
yeah,
And the
yeah.
only reason America's going there, you can call it what it's like. The only
Beat
reason
the
they're doing it is
Chinese.
to beat the Chinese there. Because if the
100%.
Chinese get there first and
Yeah,
plant a flag and claim it,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
and
It's
literally
it's
this is all this is about is just to beat the Chinese to stop
yeah.
them getting there
It's
first.
it's like the old space race with
It is,
the
yeah.
Soviet Union, isn't it? You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
absolutely.
But yeah, it's just a thought I had. You know what I mean? Now there's still designs basically from the 70s that are still. I know they've been updated and all that, but they are the basic planes, aren't they? If you know what I mean. He's still around. To be fair, where they would have been retired.
Yeah.
Back in the
I
day.
think
But yeah,
it's just we've turned into Skynet. You've got robots now going out picking up wounded troops and bringing them back in Ukraine as well.
oh yeah,
And all these different things. It's like it's incredible what you can do. But as Mr. Trump, I don't want to get political because it's not our show, but he's proving very nicely, you can bomb anybody into anything you like. But the people, all you're going to do is upset them, and they're resolved to, even if they weren't patriotic, that say before, they will be when you start killing their family and friends. And this is what he's finding out. It's that old thing, isn't it, over in Afghanistan? To start with the war, you had obviously the Taliban. Everyone hated the Taliban, even the locals. But when your friends and family are being killed, it's quite easy to become sort of on
patriotic.
their side a bit and a bit sympathetic, So,
Yeah, no, just like a political conversation. It was just something I was thinking about. It was,
yeah, no, it is.
with
But it is, unfortunately, it sounds horrible, but you get a war comes along and everything suddenly gets developments. We had computers by the end of the Second World War, and you think our technology would be now if suddenly we had to. Like I often say, because, it's just my way of dealing with things. But forget any wars on Earth. If the aliens turned up tomorrow, you bet in bottom dollar we'd find the tech and the money and everything. If you had a common ground to go at somebody else, then, it would be great because literally, hopefully the world would come together to ban with a single goal of dealing with whatever's having a go at us. I don't think we would last 5 minutes, but,
Martians come in.
that's it. It's what you need is Martians to knock on the door and say, hello. And then we'd suddenly find defensive stuff and research. And before you net it, no, we'd just be like, what's it called? Starship Troopers?
Starship Troopers.
We'd have a defensive ring around the moon with cannons and stuff. As the arachnids are throwing their spores at us, we would be all right. Still think if you've never seen Starship Troopers, you have to see it, but watch it with an open mind because it's actually quite political. And I think it's more in tune with what's happening in the world today than it's ever been. It's pretty cool that. If you read what's under the surface and what the speeches are and the various things to it. But even in that film, he's got it to say, what's the point of having a knife? No one has a knife fight. We chuck a nuke at him instead. And then he does the knife and he throws it and pins his hand to the wall. And he says, now you can't press the button which launches a nuke. The mobile infantry. Want to know more? So, yes, very good. Right, okay, let's do the other wing. So take these off and have a look.
Well, that's come out all right. That interior, that's all one colour.
Yeah, very nice. Bit of dry brushing in there and all the rest of it. Bring it alive, a wash, you'll be good to go.
Yeah, I'm not being too carried away. It's an old Airfix kit, but quite
right.
Yeah, definitely an improvement on the thingy interior green, RF interior green colour. I remember that. I'll put that in the memory bank and just for the AK one. Yeah,
that's a beautiful fit on the wing. No problem with that. I'm happy with that. Let's get the other one on.
That's good, isn't it? When you've got a nice wing fit.
Yeah.
Saves a lot of headache.
Yes.
Wow, mate, it's 20 past 11 already.
No, time is absolutely.
Are we going to have a whip through the fields?
Yes. Let me just get this one on.
No,
and I'll pin it down and I will take
minutes.
everyone round everything.
Yeah, we'll have a look.
Definitely, because we have got a reveal in the Thursday Club.
We have. Yeah. We have indeedy. So, excuse me, my phone keeps bringing. Tell you what I will do actually. So have a look what's actually turned up in the post.
Yes.
Yeah. Move on the paraphernalia out there.
All right, let me put the camera on you. You have the com.
I think I know what it is, but hey, we will find out.
Is it one of those where you say to Leslie, "Oh, I didn't know. I'd forgotten I'd ordered that."
No, she don't even bother anymore. She don't ask. Not a lot, mate, to be honest, Paul. Not a lot of development. Not yet. Not until I go and see him in a few weeks' time. We've had deliveries. We've got stock deliveries coming. Yeah. I do like how they actually stick things in a plastic bloody bag. I wish people would put my boxers. Proper noise, mate.
Oh no, I've jinxed it. I'm running out of Contactia glue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because I spoke too soon about it going on forever, this bottle. Look, we can't even hear you opening the bag. That's so sad. See, AI's got a lot to answer for. I haven't got a tearing sound. No.
Yeah, how do you do an ASMR video? Do you can't hear what you're doing? Ooh, I know what it is. Are you ready? You'll like this, Bill. You'll like this. Hold on.
Oh, spooky. Very nice.
Spooky gunship.
I was going to say, what's wrong with that? You've got a Dakota and a gunship version of it. That's like as good as it gets.
I think they put in the box. I'll make sure it's all there. Clear parts. That's it. I'm happy. Clear parts are in. Oh, this could be jumping up the queue because I really fancy doing something with Vietnam.
I have built that kit long time ago. Yeah.
Well, recessed. It's the old Esky kit.
Yeah, it's all recessed. It's a bit heavily recessed, but it's all right.
It's all right. It's not that.
I reckon if you need to rivet it. If you rivet that, I think it will hide a lot of the overdone recessing. It'll just put it a little bit better. I haven't done it, but I think I would if I was to do it again. I would rivet it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the recessing's a bit heavy.
Well, I presume that's all the stuff for the.
Yeah, because they do two flavours, don't they? So that's the cargo variant.
Oh, wing of props fell off.
Yeah. If I remember rightly, the wing join underneath is a little bit,
clean up. It's all right.
It's all right.
Even make sure I've got some decals. That might help. I haven't seen the decals yet. Are they in here? Oh no! Anybody? Oh, I have.
Yeah, they are. They're there.
Look at them.
They're all right. Yeah, we're all right.
Magic. Do you know what? Even old Italy kits, I've never had any issues with the decals cracking and stuff.
No.
New tool, brand new tool. This from 19 God knows 80 something. Is it?
Is it Esky?
It's the old Esky kit, but an Italy boxing, isn't it?
That's it. So it's 80s, I think, that one.
It's 80s, yeah. I think it's an 80s kit.
Because I say they do two flavours. They do that one, and then obviously they do the normal transport one, don't they?
Yeah. They've done loads of DC3s and you name it and whatever. Because Esky did a load at first, didn't they? And then obviously Talleres took the molds on. That one looked quite cool.
It is. You're quite right, Rick. It's Puff the Magic Dragon.
It is Puff the Magic Dragon. You're right, yeah. There you go, look. Happy with that. And it weren't very expensive, which is good.
This is very true there. Richard, now I've run out of Contactia, I'll switch over to Tool Cleaner, shall I?
Oh, God.
White top glue, Paul, I will say, I know you know what you're talking about, but I don't trust white top glue for anything like seam lines. Because don't forget, it's not a weld action. It's a resin based. So it's got no weld action to it at all. Think of the old stuff you used to use, in tubes. It's that.
That stuff. It's good. Do you know what? I like it for bigger joints.
I've got it here. Yeah.
But I'm going to say it. I do prefer that stuff, the Contactor. Yeah. I love this stuff. It's bro. It's it's one of Revell's good products. That sounds controversial, but it is good for big joints and stuff. Oh, there you go. You know what I'm doing this afternoon.
Mm.
An AC-47.
Yeah, that's it.
Another
hey, it's
one.
twin engine. It counts for the Thursday show.
I'll start another kit just because I can.
Because you've got about 12 on the go now.
Not bothered. It's good fun, innit? I'm enjoying myself. Just drop on and off. Actually, I do like that. What's that look like? Old cam, the interior.
You look all right, actually. Yeah, I think, as I say, by the time you get a dry brush and a wash on that, I think it'll be all right. You're never going to see it when it's all together, but hey,
no,
we all know it's there.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying because, like I say, this is the original colours. Just, I don't know. It's probably right and correct, but it just looks a bit washed out to me. I don't know. So, yeah, good call that.
So Ian says he's been sorting out his stash.
Yeah.
To have a heavy cull.
Yeah.
As it's out of control. I have my oldest daughter's bed to ceiling full of kits. There you go, Ian. You need to have a cull. Have a cull. It's that's what I'm going to be doing next year.
Hey, what you need, Ian, is a container like I've got. And then you don't see it until you get down and open up and go, oh, that's a lot of kits. No,
also, to answer like Tim, you're saying about, obviously, I was surprised to see Phil was able to soften Contactia with TET. It's just a weld action. All you're doing is the Contactia will never be as strong as the plastic. As in, it doesn't matter if you use TET with TET or Contactia with Contactia, you'll soften it both ways. But what the TET does, because it is so thin, it gets in there. It properly gets in there. And even though the Contactia has gone off completely and hard, because it was down there 4 days later, it still will pop the seam and you can get in there. You need a little bit of cleanup afterwards. And all I did was give it a swipe with a sanding stick, between the layers. And then we just recontacted it and glued it back together, as you would have seen on yesterday's show. But it's a nice little trick. You can open up anything from that. And I've done it where they're long old and they still pop the seam. It'll get in there. Because the Contactia, think of it just like it just penetrates
melts
deep.
it. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it just basically melts everything it's going down. It will melt. So, and it's good for that. Right, shall we have a look at the?
Let's have a scoot round.
Stuff. Let me get my lids on.
Camera back
That's
on.
it.
Yeah, let me move the camera back.
Right. Okay.
See what
just move into the Thursday Club. Let's have a look. Okay, start off. Let's have a look at the showcase. So we did follow this particular build. So this was done. Let me just bring it up here by Peter, and he was. I'll go back up there because me and Matt were looking at it yesterday. He was doing the old KP kit, as you can see here, and what a stunning job he's done as well. Because let's face it, it's an awful kit. It shows its age. It's not nice at all, and he's really done a really nice job of putting this thing together and all the rest of it. So very, very nice, as you can see. There is a full build thread if anybody wants to have a look.
There's no kits are awful, but very few. Dave, you've done a great job of that. Absolutely.
I think you've done a mega. And obviously,
really good job.
The old AK pens as well.
Yeah.
Done a great, great job on that because it's not a particularly nice kit. And you've really done a stunning little job on that. So well done on that one, Peter. Congratulations as being our first ever finisher in the Modelers Showcase. Although I'm sure I need a space in there.
Does he win a prize?
I should do. I need to do my spelling as well because I need a gap there. I have to go off to the other system to put that in. I'll do that afterwards.
I think we might set up a raffle.
A raffle? I probably could find some bits as well.
I think we need to do a bit of a raffle. Pound an entry, a bit of a raffle. Could be. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Get it sorted. Definitely. Go on, carry on, Sarah.
Right, okay, so here we go. Richard is doing, sorry, let me just pop to the top. He's working on the P38. I still need to have a word with the devs about this so I don't bloody jump to the top.
Yeah.
So he's working on that P38. There we go. Bit of sprue goo in there, look.
That's a gal kit, that one, isn't it?
It is. It's all right. Coming along nicely. Oh, little bit of nose weight. You will need that in there.
Yeah, don't forget.
Is that in both the nacelles?
Yeah, looks like
and
it.
the nose,
and
chuck it everywhere.
Get it in there.
Absolutely. Fill it up, it'll be fine. Very nice indeed. Very good. Coming along very nicely. And any more? Just comments. Oh, here we go. There we go. Going together. Ooh, nice.
Can't beat a twin boomed aircraft.
No.
I like them. You don't like them much, do you?
I don't mind it. I like doing the Bronco. The Bronco was all right. I have got the white box Tamiya one here.
You have actually, haven't you? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so there you go. That's what we were talking about. When if you'd known about it, you could have shimmed it and pushed it up, so because it's dropped a bit.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. If you test fit and you notice it's got a drop, you can actually shim it first, and then when you join it up, you can avoid that a little bit. But you've done a great job because it's gone now.
Yeah.
Very nice. Good job.
Carry
Very
on.
nice.
Good stuff.
Well done. Carry on. Good job on that one. Okay, then we've got a Buccaneer, the Airfix ones.
Called Buccaneer. This is the old school
the original
one as well,
one.
isn't it?
This is the original one. Yeah,
Good
this is the
him.
one me and Matt did. So
well, I've built that actually. I rescribed it and did all sorts. I don't know. Yeah, I did. I think I've still got it actually. I kept it because I put a lot of work into it. I tell you what, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I'll admit, I didn't do full intake in it. See, this is retro kit builds. Good on you.
Absolutely.
I like it.
Good on you. Yeah, no, it's nice. And I have to do that. There we go. Is he going to put a rotating Bombay in it as well?
He's going to fly.
Yeah.
It's not banana, though, not?
No, I was going to say.
Not like the 48th one.
The 48th one is like a freaking banana.
I was going to say the old 48th one was a nightmare for bananaing, weren't it? Yeah.
Very nice. Good job. Nice wheel well system. Scratch building the wheel wells for it.
I'll tell you what, you're doing a grand job on that. Brilliant.
Yeah, nice. Proper nice. Good job. Keep going at
that. Do you know what?
That's beautiful.
Do you know what? And I'm not for you for this, Carl, because I think you're doing brilliant. But then you do actually think, should I just built the new tool one?
You could just have the Airfix with new ones on.
But I like what you're doing because I'm reviewing for the old kits. There's some satisfaction in it that you don't get from just chucking one together. Oh, the old Bronco, another old kit.
Here it is, the Bronco.
Is this the Academy one?
Yeah, I think so. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, to be honest, I had the similar trouble with the cockpit glass and everything when I did mine, so I won't worry about it.
I think everybody does with that kit, don't they?
There we go. Very nice. It's a cool plane. We talk about twin boom stuff, but it's a box with a front on it. It's actually quite cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking that in the old Skymaster, was it? The Cessna Skymaster?
Yeah, the Cessna Skymaster. Yeah, used it for forward air control, didn't they, for FAC work?
Yeah. ICM do a 48th one, don't they?
Yeah, ICM do the new ones now, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Gear. Very nice. Cool.
What?
Very nice on that, Pete. Doing a good job.
Well done with that, Peter. Nice one.
Yeah. He's on a roll with all of these at the moment. Okay, Hobby Boss ME 262 by Kenny. There we go. Nice.
Let's see if you get yours finished because Andy binned it off, didn't he?
Yeah. I saw the new one from Revell at the weekend.
Oh yeah, it's just an upgraded front though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got the cannon on it.
Yeah, the big cannon sticking out the nose.
The giant cannon sticking out the front. Nope.
Somebody's at your front door.
Don't press the front door bell.
Yeah. You'll fall through the trap door.
No, you'll get eaten by the things. It's all right. No, we're okay. It's no deliveries. No. Otherwise, I have to run around the front. The trouble is now, the dog's probably eating the post. Right. Okay, where are we? So this is Mark, and he's working on the Phantom. Oh, just people talking about it. Okay. Right. Okay, Mosquito, Tamiya, 72nd. Ooh.
Nice.
Very nice.
Never built that kit. I built an Asagawa one.
Tamiya's own one. Obviously, a lot of the 72nd scale stuff is Italy, but this is one of their own.
Yeah, one of a few of their own, yeah.
Yeah.
So I built an Asagawa one and a Matchbox one, but not that one.
Yeah. No.
Looking forward to seeing that. Carry on with that.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see that one. Definitely. I haven't seen one of those. The KP one we've seen, so we don't need to see that.
Here's the Islander.
Here's the Islander. This is what we're after.
That's what you call clampage. Get some clampage on it.
Get some clamps on there. That's it. Poster hanging clips, they call those people if you're looking for them.
Someone's been on Temu or Amazon.
Yeah, that's it.
1,000 of them.
Harnesses all in there as well. Very nice.
Good that.
Cockpit. Really good work on the cockpit. Look at that.
Nice. Good stuff.
Very nice. Got a few more, hopefully, just down in here. No, people just talking. Okay.
Doing a good job with that.
Very nice job. Get it clamped down.
Get it clamped. Yeah.
4 days ago.
Here fixed.
Yeah, it's the
Let's
Beaufort.
do it.
Looks quite nice in the coastal command markings with the white.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Very
I
nice.
actually managed to pick up an Airfix Wellington in coastal command markings. Quite cheap, because that was good for stupid money. That boxing, the GR8, is it? Something like that? 7, 8? I can't remember, or whatever. But yeah, it does. Yeah, coastal command, isn't it? So
I was going to say, apart from scrap that, he's doing it in temperate markings. So yeah.
Not fair enough.
There's us loving the markings, and he's not doing it anyway. Sod you.
Not doing it in the
fine.
White. Yeah. Not tackling the
white
white
scheme. Okay, there we go. Oh, nice reference picture.
Yeah.
Look at that.
It's funny, isn't it? How it was just the old frog one, and the I think Special Hobby did one back in, and then like I say ICM, Airfix, everybody jumped on the Beaufort because it was always the bow fighters and everything else. But nice to see like new tool kits of it.
Yes, yeah, definitely. Again, do we reckon that's a colorized picture or it's an original color one?
Probably colorized, I think. It's a good one, no, it's not bad in.
No, it is nice. Well, I'm just thinking, that looks very purple. Do you remember we were having this conversation about it's too purpley and versus the pale blue?
Not Azor blue. Don't go down the Azor blue conversation.
Very nice.
Look at that. Makes you want to build one again.
It does. So I've just done one. Do another one. Mine is pride of place in my new cabinet.
Is it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
What else we got? Where else are we?
And we've got another Beaufort. This is the ICM one.
Oh yeah. Ian's nice. Cool. You know about that kit, Phil?
I know this kit well. Yeah. It's all right. I think it again. It's one of those ones. You could do a lot to it if you wanted to, or you could just simply, go straight out of the box.
Do you need to though?
No, you don't. It's fine out of the box. The same. Mine's currently in my new display case, looking very nice.
You have to do a little video of your new display cases. You haven't done it yet.
I will do as soon as I haven't got my my kitchen chair in there. I've got a nice chair. I'm looking for a nice chair for mine, something in keeping.
I'll tell you what I'm doing is because this chair's thing, you ought to see the one I have to sit on upstairs on the upstairs computer is horrible. Is I'm looking for front seats out of a car.
Oh right, yeah,
nice, because obviously they're comfy. And I'm going to put one together. I know my friend Joe's got one with an Alpha seat in his office, and it's so comfy. So yeah, I've been looking like Beamer or Vol, some top end seat, leather.
A nice seat, yeah. Not something out of a Sierra then.
No, not something or like my missus's Micra. No, you're right. What's something like a crew? Something that's used to doing long distance and having your backside sat there. So yes, that's you might. So one day you might see a nice logo on.
This is it. Well, I must admit, originally I was looking for something like an ejector seat, but they're so uncomfortable to sit on.
Yeah, they look cool, but I know what you mean. Yeah.
Okay, so that was very nice. That was the Push Me Pull Me German one by Stuart. We've also got Andrew down in here doing 410. No, sorry, 110.
A 110.
That's it, a 110.
A 110.
The only one I ever built was I did Edard's one. They're an addition, and just the engine, the cells fit was awful.
And the wing fit's not great to the fuselage, is it? It's not a great kit, I don't think. It needs a lot of work. I'll tell you what is a good one in 48 scale is the Revell G.
All right, yeah.
GG, whatever G it is a really nice kit with good cockpit, and I don't think the fit's too bad. But yes.
Right, okay. We got the Gloucester Javelin, 48 scale. Very nice cockpit.
Good job.
And then going down in there. Got the intakes and exhausts.
You should ask him for some bits so you could do yours.
Well, if you need spares, I've got you covered. Very nice. What else we got? Last one, Showtime 100. This is Clint's.
Clint's going to set the benchmark.
Yes.
Look at that setup. I need that. 15
Yes, you do.
monitors. That's what I
32
need.
monitors, that's it. And you cut along the top as well, overhead ones.
Yeah.
You've got a Persian cat.
Still got your Showtime 100. Did you build it?
No, I sold it, didn't I? Yes. Sorry, it went.
Oh, okay.
No updates there, and that's the last of the updates.
Carry on with them. We're back. We're back in normal mode.
Yes. So there we go, everyone. Keep on going with those particular builds. When you have finished them and all the rest of it,
yeah,
don't forget, chuck them in here, wherever it is. There we go, down in the showcase area, and then we'll keep an eye on it. You've got your Thursday night builds just down in here, and then obviously we've got your the showcase area. So when they're finished, pop them in here. You can chuck them in the gallery if you want as well, but pop them in there, and then that way we'll pick them up a bit easier and can do those ones.
This is John Best asks, what's the race Matchbox? I'll tell you, John, it's a 30-second Puma. I'll leave that with you.
I'll tell you what goes for silly money is their F14.
You were asking for that, mate. You were asking for that. You've just opened yourself up.
The thing is, the F14 is a very expensive one because every time I've tried to buy one, they're going for silly money, and I'm not paying more than £10 for it.
I agree with you, actually. For the 1/72 F14, yeah, I totally agree with you. It's an odd kit to get hold of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked as well, didn't I?
Yeah.
And that one that was on eBay, you know, I was on about the other week. That went for silly money. It started off about 20 quid. It's just like I'm not paying that. So yeah, probably is, to be fair, the 72nd bloody Tomcat.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, Peter's woken up now. You want to watch the beginning of the show, Peter. You were mentioned.
You're star of the show,
Peter's
mate.
got out of his coffin.
Yeah,
Peter, you need to watch the beginning of the show. You were spoken about at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
So yes. Anyway, he was saying didn't enjoy March. That's fine.
He
was there.
Like,
oh my
March
God, they've broken the seal on another one.
It's March again.
You should be happy because it means the price of your stash is slowly going up. With every year we do this, you probably increase the cost because there's not as many kits around. So this is it.
No, they're only doing the little one, John. It's only the little 114.
John, it's not.
They're
not doing the 30 seconds.
30-second
They're only doing the 72nd one. Who's coming back out?
No, it's 1144.
Oh, is it? Oh, is it the
baby
one?
It's over. They've got 72nd one. The only 72nd one is the old Airfix one, isn't it? Which is out as a vintage classic. No, it's not the 32nd one.
Oh, right. Okay.
People know. Is how rare it actually is the F14 from Matchbox, because it's hard to get hold of.
Pete says he's got a carton of them.
Well, I'll tell you what, unless there's something, John, I've not seen or heard of, I thought it was the 144th one, not the 32nd one. Could be wrong. I could be wrong on this, to be honest. I have to do a bit of looking. But, yeah. Yeah, I thought it was a small one.
The baby one.
Baby one.
The baby one.
All right, it could be. I've not seen the re-release in the 32nd one. We've been listening to like us saying we need a Puma, don't we? Not new tool though, is it?
Hey, I'd just like to know. We talk about doing the Catalina, then all of a sudden Erdar decides to leave. I'm just saying,
doing it. Yeah.
I'm not being funny. That was like spookily quick. You know, they were like, "Oh, hello," but we've been talking about it for the last couple of months, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, actually, now they've noticed they're going for 120 quid on eBay." It could be a nice little earner, this one.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Yeah, right, it's quite a rare kit. What year was that released, Pete? That Tomcat? An 80s one, early 80s, was it? I remember the boxing as a kid. I can always remember that boxing, but it's I don't know. Was that the only releasing of it?
Tell you what, just fitted on this engine. I haven't glued any of this, but look at the join on this. Excuse the bike. Look at that. There's no glue.
That's CAD design, mate.
that that's
shouldn't be any issue.
ridiculously good.
That's good though. It is nice, isn't it? Just
That's
slots
ridiculous.
into place. It's Tammy-esque.
It is. That's nice. Very nice. See, let's pop the back end on that. We'll see if we can make it fit. Look at that. That's very nice indeed. I know I've been harping on about this kit a bit, but that is proper smart.
You are impressed, aren't you?
I'm very impressed. As I said, this is what the strange thing about it. It honestly is. If somebody stuck this kit in front of me, I would say it's somebody else's, because it. You make the joke in it. If it sounds like a duck, if it walks like a duck, well, this walks like a Tack'em kit. It sounds like a Tack'em kit, and it smells like a Tack'em kit. But it's a Revell kit, so it's like something's going on here. It's
Right, so it was 76 was the original, then it was updated artwork in 78. So whatever happened to them molds then? Did they get damaged or scrapped or something? Because
vanished, didn't it?
It's just vanished, hasn't it? Because to be fair to Revell, who's got them, they have released over the time most Matchbox kits. I know it's not one of the better ones, but even so, they have released, quite a majority, wouldn't you say, over the time?
Yeah.
So I wonder if they ever got damaged or sold or scrapped or whatever, which would be a shame actually. To be fair, I know I'm not a fan of a Tomcat, but it's a bit nostalgic, isn't it? The old Matchbox one, along with the old Airfix one with the Wolf Pack, was it? Is that the Wolf Pack one?
Yes.
Original one.
They did two. They did one of them with the yellow markings, which is I think the Swordsman, and then they did the Wolf Pack one. No, hold on, we got that wrong. The Wolf Pack one was the Airfix one. The Airfix did the 72nd is in the Wolf Pack markings, and it was the Swordsman one with the Matchbox kit, because I got that wrong.
We called for sync marks. Is that being sarcastic, Paul? So Richard's put.
So going back to obviously this Puma, which is this one.
Hold on.
That's a massively upgraded kit to the original, then, isn't it? Because that's the German version completely. Because obviously it's taken from the Matchbox one in '82. Yeah. And then this one must have had some bits because obviously, the Matchbox one didn't have any of this at the front. Filters. It didn't have the sand filters and it didn't have a side door like that. It just had the cargo door. And I got a feeling the sponsons on the side here are different as well.
Yeah, I think they are. Like I say, if you go back down, your scale mates, go back down. Well, I've got the original box. You know that one.
There's the little sponsons on it. I've got that's the version I know as well.
Yeah, that's the original one, which is the boxing I've got of it. And then John's got the Revell boxing that we sent in, didn't we? Which is one of them.
One in the Tiger one, that one. Yeah.
It's that one, isn't it? He's got.
It's that one. Yeah.
Yeah, look at the sponsors. Yeah, they must have. Perhaps they've upgraded a few bits on it. I don't know.
Yeah, they've obviously upgraded it because again, this has got the bigger ones because it's got
that's got filters on it. Look, that's got.
Yeah, it's got the water bags on it. Yeah. Flotation devices. Yeah, they've obviously updated it a couple of times because there it is. They've redone this one again. Yeah.
Oh, might grab another then. Do a German one. Like I say, I've contacted my people, so there will be a mass set. They are going to do it back end of the year though because they're booked up. So I'll be sending them the parts and they'll be doing it. So that'll be cool. Nice. So thanks to them at Kitmass, there will be a mass set available for that Puma.
Very nice.
Actually, just thinking that I might contact them, so you might have to do it a bit before because somebody else might gazump you to it. You know what they're like nowadays with people on it. So
because it's saying here it comes with new decals. Although those decals look surprisingly like they must come with different options, but the option which is this one, which is from 2012, it says that then in here for the later one it comes with new decals. Well, that option that's showing there on that picture is actually the 2012 decals, but it says here new decals. So because the only person who makes a Cougar, as far as I know, is the Italeri one, isn't it?
Yeah.
72nd.
Yeah.
Seeing as the Cougar is a current helicopter you could buy tomorrow off the shelf.
Yeah.
Part of the Airbus family or whatever they are these days.
Yeah. Interesting. There you go then. So it is coming back out at some point.
Who knew?
Who knew? not me. I thought it was a little, like I say, 1144 one. So good stuff. Anyway, it's good to see it back. Still not 7-second Tomcat though, is it?
No.
But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, Richard put up for the Matchbox F14, 75, Reebok 77, 79, and with Revell in 1992. And then Paul's put it got recalled for sync marks. Probably. So yeah. Been a while. So it's so outdated now, isn't it? To be fair, that Tomcat blimey, it looked proper ancient compared to even older, even probably the Italeri one that's old.
Yeah.
And the Revell one that the Reeboks with the Top Gun stuff. So interesting.
Yes. And 70-second.
Anyway, Phil, what are you having for lunch? It's that time. We've not spoke about lunch, have we?
I know we haven't spoken about that. I don't know, to be honest.
No, me neither today.
Check.
McDonald's.
Where are we? The only trouble is I find with Scalemates, I'm on Scalemates.
Oh, is that what you did? Pub.
Yeah.
Good on you, Paul. Go to the pub.
Yes, definitely.
Did you see that? Apparently, an old Wingnut Wings designer now works at Revell.
All right.
To
be honest, Revell have been going around sort of finding people.
Headhunting, it's called.
Yeah, that's it. So, they have been going around looking for people.
Paul's going for scratchings and a pint at the pub.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's good to
anyway,
the pub.
This is the version I remember. It was this one. The Wolfpack one Airfix. There you go. That's the Airfix one. That's the one I remember.
Yes, that is the one.
The classic
Look at the original boxing, not the horrible 80s crap. There it is.
Hold on, we need to go back in time.
Yeah, you do. We need to go back in time. There it is.
There it is.
That's the boxing that you're going to get when I find you one.
Yeah, thanks.
You'll love it.
When was that? That was 1975.
Okay.
There we go.
It's quite a cool box art, to be fair. See why you're wanting to build a Tomcat. Tell you what, it's done some mileage though, hasn't it?
I was going to say, I remember that one as a gift set. When did that one come out? So that was 2004.
Yeah.
That was the last of the proper the Smithsonian edition one.
Smithsonian edition.
Yeah, the tie-in, don't they? But yeah.
Oh.
They did the 3. God, their Hornet was even worse than the Tomcat.
That's really odd. They've got a Lynx and then a Hornet and a Tomcat.
Yeah.
Why they should have put the Sea
Navy
Sprite.
Things they had.
They had the Sea Sprite. Why didn't they use that, or a Sea King or something?
Yeah. You could use a Sea King back then.
Yeah, could have had the Sea King in there, or that will.
And obviously Hella's boxings. At least they're better box art. That's cool box art. That is.
Do you think so? I think that's horrible.
That's quite cool actually with that one. It's obviously a photo job, but yeah.
No, I don't like that. That was
terrible.
Worse.
That's awful. That is
terrible.
Look at that. It's got proper tins though. Proper tins in the box.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
At least you didn't get that crappy little pots.
But that's not nice box art, is it? You're not going to go in the shop and go, "I want to buy that kit." Are you?
I want that one.
No, you don't jump out and go, "Buy me." Or from it.
No. Right. Where were we? So.
Do you know what? I actually don't mind the early Tomcat schemes, to be honest. It's when they went all grey and boring. But yeah, the IVIS stuff, I don't mind. I can live with it. So
yes,
I can cope with that.
Just
Yep.
You know, I can't find Matchbox as a manufacturer.
Just have to put in a search engine, it'll come up.
Monogram.
Would you say now that the new 7-second Tamiya one is the best in scale for a Tomcat?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What, better than the fine molds one?
Yeah.
Why is
then
that?
the fine molds. Then the fine molds. Then probably the Great Wall Hobbies one.
What about Academies?
Yeah, Academies is all right, but it compared to the others, it's showing its age.
It's not that old. You make it sound like
I
it's
know,
ancient.
but compared to the others. Right, scale mates. Let's have a look. There we go. Right, scale mates one. See, there you go. 1975 is the first one.
Yeah, that's what they put in chat in it. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
So look at the box in. Just put the box art on. That's the one. What thing is that? What?
That's VF
Squadron.
142, which I can't remember whose that was now. That's 142. They didn't change it, but then that's the version I remember, that boxing.
Yeah.
That's the one that was in my shop, and you were like, ooh, nice.
To be fair,
a little bit concerning about where he's going, though. Either he's pulling up and getting out the freaking way, or he's just about to whack into him mid-air. Anyway, so yes, still the box art of 142s. That's nice. Did they just keep the same box art? I think they did. Look, AMT.
Yeah, the AMT boxing. Yeah, I think they did, didn't they? And then they changed it.
Oh, there you go. VF2. That would be the Bounty Hunters.
Yeah. So that's the Revell boxing of it, is it?
That's the Matchbox boxing, but the last one.
Matchbox. Oh, right. Yeah,
it's the last of them. That one will be, I think.
So where's the Revell boxing of it then?
No. That one.
Oh, I don't even remember seeing that one.
Which gone with the Tomcatters with Felix pencil one.
That says Alanga. Why does that say Alanga?
Well, it's obviously a joint thing, isn't it? It's Revell Alanga in that one.
Oh God.
So that was the last one in 20s of something. Yeah. As I say, Matchbox, the kit manufacturer that launched my love of the thing of it. It was just the box art. Certainly wasn't Airfix in the 80s, was it? When it was just on a bit of instructions. They were awful.
But, was it Roy Crossley did them?
Cross,
was it?
Yeah, Roy Cross. Funny enough.
No, Huxley. It was Roy Huxley. That was it.
Roy Huxley.
That was
when I was at, if you go through my show report I did for EME, they had a display for him.
Yeah.
It's called the Roy Huxley Memorial, and they've done models, but they had the artwork as well on posters. So that was in the competition area at Lingen. So yes, hello to anyone I met at Lingen as well. Lovely to talk to so many of you as well. Some of them are like, I'm not a member, but I do watch you. So it's like, thank you very much. Great to see you.
Join the forum.
Join the force.
This is the way.
Yes, that's it.
No, we just look at scale.
They're not your kits. You just happen to be looking after them.
You're just a custodian.
You're a custodian, and when you die, you do know your family's just going to send them to landfill.
Don't do that, Tim. That's cruel.
If he could die, he'd be flipping in his grave.
Flipping in his box.
He'd be flipping in his box.
In his window box.
Oh dear.
That's the good, is it? So productive morning, actually, overall.
Yes.
I think been all right. Done good stuff. Are we back on Thursday? Is it our Thursday or is it everybody else's Thursday? I've lost track of where
Shall I look on the calendar that I've updated?
Why don't you
look
on the calendar? Yeah,
I'll check on the calendar to see when we're next online. So next live show, not that one. That's the admin panel, calendar panel. There we go. So yes, the next time we are, in fact, online, it's our show, just me and you, on the 9th, starting at 7. Then we've got the team show, which is on the 16th. So that'll be all the gang on. Then it's us again. And then, because technically we've got 5 weeks in this month, we've actually got a modelling live.
Oh,
so that'll be the team on modelling, when we do that one with everyone just on modelling and talking
good luck
junk.
With that. Good luck with
that. That's it. So that's the everyone where we just model
give them
and
an
talk
heads up
rubbish.
And say, you better build something because you're going to.
Yeah, you better get on with it. You've got 2 weeks to put something together because we're going to be doing it. So, yeah. Anyway, quick update. Obviously, the forum is stable now. I know lots of you messaged me overnight. I always know there's a problem. I wake up and I've got 14 emails with the title, the forum's not working. I
Sorry,
don't
if you
know.
just
It may have
see
gone.
people looking in the window, that's the wife and child. Let me just shut the door because
Oh,
we're
right.
still filming. They're back from skating.
Are they doing that thing my other half does that looks through the window to see if I'm working as if I'm recording? She says, I don't like to come in. So she's there going,
Yeah, just.
and
Yeah,
that's not off-putting enough. And I'm like, no, you can
exactly.
come in. And she's like, oh, I didn't know if you was filming. I've got somebody going at the window seeing if I'm working or not. I'm filming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, apologies, I'll just watch them. Cool. Very
Yeah.
good. Right. Okay. Don't forget, you can get all your bits and pieces if you want to help us out in any way, shape, or form. You can become a member is the easiest way, and that way you can watch 127 full video builds, plus the fact you can watch us do this all the time as well. Don't forget we do this weekly,
And join in.
most of the time on a Thursday night as well, and other shows. Occasionally we throw them in the afternoons as well. You can watch it all on catch up. There's a ton of stuff coming. I'm working on this one obviously live here, but also behind the scenes for the members. We are currently doing the Catalina. We'll also be starting on the 109 next week, and we'll be starting on the P51. So we've got loads of stuff on at the moment with these going through. So we'd say I'm keeping this one for purely the live stuff. So obviously, hopefully next week we'll get something all together, which will be nice. And everything else. So you can do that. Or you can pop over to the shop. I've got lots of new stuff online yet, but I need to find time to do it. So if I get a bit of time tomorrow, I will put them up. But I have got other stuff in stock coming through, but we have got the blocks now in stock as well. So if you want to grab one of those, you can do as well. We've also got the nippers are back in stock. The shanks are back in stock, or the edge scrapers. The tweezers are all in stock. Plasticard I have gone out of. We've got the carving tape back in stock. I've also got the circle cutters are back in stock. And we've got all the other bits and pieces down in there as well. Hopefully I'll get the sanders back in stock as well, although we did sell out at the show as well. So Kareen's got to get in another order for those ones. Also, I've got coming with you is I've got the drills will be in stock. Where's my drill? The little mini drills. I've got these. They're here. I just need to do them. So I've got 20 of these in here as well. And also I've got some other small little bits and pieces. I've got the not the circle cutters, these things. I've got some of those, although Matt's got his name down for one as well for the Vortex ones. I've got 5 of them that will go out on general sale with those and a couple of other bits as well. I'll get them hopefully done maybe tomorrow. If not, it'll be early next week. I'll get up on the site and you can grab those. Plus the fact you can get all your other stuff as well, your washes and any other bits and pieces of merch and everything you can find down here as well. As always, just pop along to the store and then obviously click on store just down in here, and that'll take you into here and you can go off and get anything else. You can also pop over to the Pia Model store, which is on the site in various places. And obviously you can get all your washes there, all your usual bits and pieces. And don't forget, we're still running the thing where you get £5 off all paint orders over 30. And you also get a 5% discount on all the Mr. Hobby Aquatis range and the LP paints range as well. And we had restocks of AK in it this week, Matt.
We've had AK, VMS, SMS has got restock. Thinners is back in from leveling thinners and all the other stuff. So yeah, no, we've got quite decent stocks of stuff. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
bits and bobs
so if
in.
you want to get any and tool cleaner, obviously if you want to
tool cleaner.
Stock as well.
That. We have tool cleaner.
Do that.
Back in.
And obviously rapid thinners hasn't been discontinued. It is available. And also the Flory Models washes have not been discontinued, although there's certain people on the websites I think have got their own agendas and are trying to make it out as if that I'm going out of business. Clearly I'm not, and I'm here, so don't believe anyone you hear on the internet. But apparently somebody's going around spreading that I'm going out of business.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I
wish.
A statement from solicitor will be going out soon.
Yes, that's it. Otherwise, he's going to get a statement from my solicitor next. But but we're definitely not going anywhere either. So your washes and all the rest of it, we're all good. Right. Okay, then, people, we will leave it right there. Thank you very much for joining us, obviously, this morning. It's been fantastic to be with you. Massive shout out, obviously, to the actual Flory Models family over in the chat room. Without you, we wouldn't be here. It's as simple as that. So a big thank you for all of you lot. And obviously, we'll catch up with you all next week. Have a lovely, lovely Easter break. Enjoy the time. Do some modelling. And take care. So until later, everybody, happy modelling. Take care. Say goodbye, Matt.